have absolutely everything you need. Hey, it's Lenny Wennerstrom, and I'm here to help you find your purpose. It's one of the things I do, and with that, one of the tools I use is Dr. Chad Helmstetter's book, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk for Finding Your Purpose. It is gorgeous out here today. I think it's like 55 something, 60 degrees, but up here at 8,000 feet, it feels so warm. It's so nice. Anyway, so let me show you the view before we get started, just so you can see what I can see. Isn't that beautiful? The mountains are just amazing. And there's Feather just basking in the sun. Can you see her? Yep. Anyway, so we are here on this December 19th. This is for December 19th. And it is day 354. 12 days left as of December 19th. And we're 96.72% done with the year on the 19th. So here is your passage for today. I have been given incredible gifts. This is what I'm telling you. You have absolutely everything you need. I have been given incredible gifts. I have my life. I have my talents, my skills, my interests, my energy, my time, and my positive attitude. With those gifts, I can do anything. Let's spin this around, your higher self. Let's have you talk to you. And you have been given incredible gifts. You have your life, you have your talents, your skills, your interests, your energy, your time, and your positive attitude. With those gifts, you can do anything, and you can. It is so amazing that we have, when we think about gratitude and where we are and where we've been and what we have changed, what we have become, what we are becoming, like all of those things. You know, I've talked a lot about the self-talk app this year, and I will continue to promote that. That has immensely changed my life, and it has changed Lynette's, my daughter. It has changed her life, and it's changed so many of my clients, and then on, you know, just people on YouTube and Instagram where I post are using the app as well. And congratulations if you're one of them. I hope that you will post in the comments just how well you're doing. If you're using it consistently, I would love to hear in the comments how you're feeling with it, and how you feel like it's working for you, and give you any tips. You know that a lot of times we may not like something, the voice, the speed, the some of the words, all of these are programs, by the way. Sorry, I've got dog and cat hair that keep getting in my eyes and my nose and my mouth. It's like, where is it? Where is it now? And with the little breeze, it kind of blows it around. That's like, it's a tickle. So we have all these gifts. And, you know, when you up the ante, meaning the ante of you living the life that you want to live, that when you say, I'm going to up level my life, I'm going to level up, I'm going to change my self-talk so that I can become the person that I was meant to become. You were born with unlimited promise and potential. You have absolutely when you were born, and I'm going to give you this example again. You could have been born and let's just use a totally different, like two random peeparoos, okay? And we talked before about the person, like using that example for you to be able to see this for yourself. The two people, one that is spiraling up and then one that is spiraling down, and in life. And those two people, if you think about this, and I want you to think about two people, you in your life, of the people that you have seen, the one, and they could already have passed on, or they could be alive now, or it could be, you know, someone that you know or don't know. But in the way you see them spiraling up. They talk about opportunities and goals and their dreams, and they are, it's like, can I help? And when someone asks, they say, yes, I can. And they're very, they look for the the positive in life, and you just, they're people you want to be around. They are spiraling up. They're spiraling up in every area of their life, their career, their finances, their, I mean, you just look for somebody in your mind, whether it be celebrity or someone you know or someone who's passed on, it doesn't matter, but just who seems to have it all together, and they're spiraling up. And then think about someone else that doesn't have it all together, and they are spiraling down in life. So for me, when I first did this exercise of putting these two people side by side and wanting to know who would I want to spend my time with, and I think it's definitely easy to know, because we all want to be around people who are inspiring and uplift us, and we can, it's like you want to rub shoulders, be around them, because they they're just so full of positive energy, and it feels good, and that they are going up in life wherever they are. They're spiraling up. And then you contrast that with someone, and for me, that was Betty White. Like, I saw Betty White. I mean, I have no idea. I didn't look at her finances, and I didn't look, I mean, I think we can all assume that she did pretty well in her life, but just her attitude and the way that she helped all the different, the different, um, organizations that she contributed to, the nonprofit, and things like that. And then for spiraling down, like to for somebody like that, um, think about like someone on the street that you that is has doesn't even know their parents anymore, their drugs and alcohol, and if you even talked about goals and opportunities and helping and being part of something bigger than themselves, you're probably not going to go very far, and they're probably not going to want to be hanging around you with where they're at. And so this is so beautiful when and now let's take that. Let's take those two people. You think of the two people, and for you, the one that would be spiraling up and the other spiraling down, and place them side by side, and just listen to their self-talk in your mind. What is the one that is spiraling up? Like, that is the self-talk of opportunities and loving life and having goals and helping, contributing, and all those wonderful things. And then you talk to the other person and ask them, well, what are your goals and aspirations, and where are you going, and how do you feel about life? And you can just hear, like, who would you want to stand next to, and the person over here probably has spiraled down, they will not even want to be next to you. They won't even want to be on the stage. If we're on a stage and you have the one person spiraling up over here and the other one that's spiraling down over here, the one spiraling down is like, you probably had to like drag them in or do something to incentivize them to be there, and then they want to leave right away. And the one that's spiraling up, it's like, sure, I can share my experience, and if this will help, I mean, you can just feel that energy if you think about this. Now, let's just take this another step and say, interestingly enough, these two people are the very same age. I mean, just compare and contrast. Just think, these two babies born at the very same time, the very same hospital, in the very same city, and 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 the only thing different. What is the only thing different? If they were both born at the same time, at the same hospital, in the same city, and they were born with unlimited promise and potential, what would make one spiral up and the other spiral down? And that's an easy one, and it's what we talk about all the time. And this is exactly why I will always encourage you to get the self-talk language that Dr. Shad Helmstetter created. It is, the more that I read, and I mean, I love Joe Dispenza's stuff. I do a meditation with him every single day, every morning. I do a meditation, and I do, and I listen to my self-talk. There's one, and then the next one I do my self-talk. And I mean, I have my morning routine. I just different other neuroscientists who have their different ways of neuroplasticity. We're talking about neuroplasticity here. There isn't anyone who has made it easier than Shad Helmstetter to just listen. Let it, just like if the television is programming you, and it does, if it's on, you have the news on just in the background, I promise you, your brain is recording everything. Leave that TV on for days and weeks and months, and it's always on that channel. You go, it's like I wonder about people in different um, in different shops and stuff, going to a car shop, or when you take your car in, they have different news things going, and it's on all day every day, and these people are getting programmed and programmed and programmed, and they are, and it's becoming a program in their brains, because it's repeat, repeat, repeat. If it's on in your home, it's repeat, 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 and you're getting all that negative, all the fear, all the and they know it, all the you're getting a hit each time of dopamine, like, oh, what happened, who did what what's happening, this or that. Who's starting a war? What do we need to do? What is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. And yet it's on repeat, repeat, repeat. And so you get the story with just, what I haven't listened so long. Breaking news, breaking news. This has happened, and it's like one teeny little thing, and then they go on to say the whole thing again, like they give you this much of an update, because there really isn't anything except that teeny bit, and then the same old story over and over and over and over again, and whatever they are selling, your brain is buying, and it is being programmed to have fear, to feel scarcity, to feel separation, to all of these things that are not a high frequency. Now, if you're listening to high frequency music and you're letting that go into your brain, that's healing your cells. That's doing all kinds of different things. And if you're listening to self-talk, what the Dr. Shad created for you and me, then you are getting that repetition. You are choosing the programs that you want, which will overwrite. They will become your stronger programs in about 21 days, 21 days to change a habit. They will start dismantling the strong programs and rewiring with the programs you want. The programs of being fit, being healthy and fit, and having a healthy self-esteem, and the losing weight, stopping smoking, like all of these things are just programs. Finding financial success, creating, not finding, creating financial success. Taking responsibility for your life, taking control of your life, mastering time, mastering goals, finding success in selling, finding success in recovery, for addiction, for absolutely anything. And addiction has this negative connotation in society to a lot of people, because it's something that is shameful. I do believe, and I'd have to look at the David, anyway, his chart of frequency of emotions, and I'm pretty sure shame is the lowest one on there. David Hawkins, and I'm pretty sure shame is the lowest one. And society is really good at shaming. Religions are really good, depending on the religion, very good at shaming and saying this is right, this is wrong. And but if you were born in a different religion, in a different area, then that would no longer be wrong, or I mean, depending on what it is, would no longer be something to be ashamed of. So these are programs, and when you get it, it's almost, and this is what I tell my clients, it's like, man, it's just a program. Like me feeling shy, me always forgetting names, me feeling ashamed, feeling this shame about this addiction, or feeling this way about that, or even being judgmental, because that too is a program. It's based on your beliefs, and you can change those programs. You can change absolutely every single program that you have, and to a stronger program of one that serves you, one that helps you to reach your purpose, one that helps you become what it is you want to become. And it's so passive. It is so easy because all you do once you download it is choose what you want to listen to. Hopefully it's Self-Esteem at Night, and then hopefully you'll do 3. I mean, it's like morning, noon, and night. Elise Sargent, she's if you're part of this, you can actually get free coaching, live coaching on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And Elise Sargent is she's been with Dr. Shad for, I don't know, 30 years or something. But anyway, or longer. But she runs that along with the director, the Self-Talk Institute, with Tracy Wright, and they lead those meetings and the coaching calls, the live coaching calls, and what Elise says is that it's kind of like, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And all you have to do is just take one of the tracks. It could even be 10 minutes or less, or maybe it's 15. And you just put it on and let it play really low at a very low volume. You don't need to hear it with your ears. Your brain will hear it and record it. And the more that you repeat it, so Self-Esteem at Night, then something like Super Coach or something to get you going in the morning, and which is like which it's so amazing, that Super Coach, and then something that you want to work on, like mastering your goals, or at lunch, or mastering your time, any of those, your financial success, selling, having success at selling, your health and fitness, losing weight, stopping smoking, like that would be in the afternoon. 10 minutes, 15, whatever, just choose one track out of the whole program. It's usually made of 4 to 5, 6, 7, however many tracks, and you just choose one and listen to that just over and over and over. And you'll see, you will really start feeling and you don't have to do that. You could just do it once. You could just do Self-Esteem at Night, or you could just do one, whichever you want, in the morning. Hopefully you do self-esteem. Self-esteem is a really everything. So the foundation of our belief in ourselves and trust in ourselves is our self-esteem. Like, how do we see ourselves? How do we look at ourselves and say, how do I look at you, Lenny? Like, if I'm looking at myself, how do I estimate you? In my opinion, what's my estimation of you and how you are? And I'd say, I'm pretty darn good. Took me a long time to get here, though. Took me a very long time. And the self-talk, I did it a lot of this through spiritual practices, learning, knowing, receiving, a lot of that. But man, when I started the self-talk, that was a shift, such a shift in just so much of my life. Not only the taking responsibility, but actually understanding that that the brain, the neuroplasticity, that the brain was plastic and malleable, and that it is constantly, neuroplasticity literally just, or basically, means the brain's ability to rewire itself, reprogram itself with whatever is repeated. And if there is intention, and if there's like elevated emotion, even more, even stronger, even more quickly done. So this is why visualization is so powerful, because it can help you with that elevated emotion of joy or happiness or excitement, or just the knowing that that things will happen for you in your favor, because you are changing your self-talk. You literally are changing your frequency. The frequency at which you vibrate, you are raising that frequency. And so all kinds of other things, like changing your biology, happens because of that. Healing of many things, and so it's really just it's so powerful. I share that with you because you have so many gifts. You were born with unlimited promise and potential. Go back to those 2 babies in the nursery, and now you look at them as adults. They're born at the same time, same place, same hospital, the same in the same city, same state, and all of that. Yet one is doing so well in every area of their life, and the other one is spiraling down, spiraling up, spiraling down. And you can see that it is their self-talk. It is, what are they telling themselves? That they can succeed, that they are responsible for their lives, they are the creators of their lives, of their experiences in this life. They are the ones that are directing that. Or are they the victim of society, the victim of circumstances, the victim of feeling the victim, and then trying to hide from that, or to, whatever that is, being addicted to alcohol or drugs, or even just victimhood itself. And so you can literally see that contrast, and it's really, really powerful when you do, because the only thing different between those two, the only thing, when they first started out, born with unlimited promise and potential, was their self-talk. And their self-talk came from people that more than likely meant well, and they programmed them with their limiting programs. We are not limited. We are born again, not just unlimited promise and potential, but unlimited light beings. And we are able to do anything we say. Remember this, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. It's so true. And I'll add another one here, because this one is in order to start, it's like you could think, man, I should have started a long time ago. Well, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is right now. So download the app. It's always in any one of my videos. It's always in the description. You can get 30 days free. Thereafter, it's $19.99. And it's not my app. It's Dr. Shad Helmstetter created it in the Self-Talk Institute. And there's so much goodness wrapped up in that. Not only do you have those programs that you can play, you also get to have 6 peeparoos on it. You could have your children. You could have up to 6 people on that account with you, and be able to change their self-talk. Can you imagine being in a family where you're all spiraling up because you're all listening to that together? And not only are you doing another benefit, not only are you spiraling up together in your self-talk and changing your lives, but that also changes your biology, changes your frequency. So less colds, less disease, less sickness, right? Less negativity, more positivity, um, being vital, and living life fully, and seeing your own promise and potential in each other, and just having that in your household. Can you imagine living in a world like that? Which is why I come, and it's like, man, how many peeparoos can I get to start changing their vibration, their frequency, their self-talk? Because it's just so much deeper than just your self-talk. Just on planet Earth, I talk a lot about that, but what I teach is practical spirituality. So the spiritual journey and the human experience. I focus a lot on the human experience because that is what most peeparoos are feeling like they are. They can touch, they can feel, they can see. They're not in that 99.9999% of energy. They're coming from that 0.09999% of particle matter, and that all, and which is all energy. But I'm just telling you, it's density, and that's where so many people try to create a new business or a new, like, who they are, and they're so busy in the 3D world that they're totally missing. And I hope that I'm so grateful if you're listening, and you are listening, going a little deeper with me, not just spiritually, but scientifically, to the quantum field, the one field where that energy, where almost everything is that. Even the space in your body, between your organs, the space in your brain, and like all the space, the space, the space. There is so much space. And in that space is the unknown. It's all the unknown. And in that unknown is unlimited, infinite potential. Infinite. And you were born with that unlimited, infinite potential. You were born with that. And then you got programmed. So now, if you understand, if you move a little bit into quantum physics, quantum mechanics of the wave and the particle, if you move a little bit into that, if you're more on the scientific side, if you're more the spiritual, or you like a little bit of both like I do, then it's the space, it's scalar energy, it's all space, and it's all energy, and you can move and direct that energy to bring from the invisible into the visible, which is why I'm constantly also sharing with you about the active goal setting process. Very importante to set your goals, know what things might stop you, what obstacles you might have when you set that goal, and you want to date that goal. You want to know about the obstacles that you have in front of you that could stop you. That is not a negative, that is a total positive. You want to know what you're walking into. What are you feeling? Is something stopping you because you for whatever reason, you just don't feel like doing it, and you dig a little deeper and it's like, I'm scared I'll fail. Obstacle, write it down, because then what you're going to do is write your action step and date that action step. What are you going to do to overcome the fear? You're going to rewire your brain. You're going to listen to self-talk. Who knows what else? You might read a book that a book that inspires you, of someone who went before you that was also afraid but still took the steps to make it happen, and then you date it. And so you're very, very powerful. You are that energy. You are directing that energy. You are an individual expression of the one energy, the one God, universe, that higher power. You are an individual expression of that, just as I am. And there is no one that is more powerful than you. We are all equally just as powerful. We all have the same access to having as much financial resources as we want, to having the things that we want, to having the relationships that we want. That's another program of having winning relationships, creating relationships at work that flow. All of these things are programs that you can change. Isn't that exciting? Like, I get so excited. I get so excited for you. I'm so excited for me. The more of us that are doing this, the world becomes a better place, because then we're focused on what we want, which hopefully is part of our purpose, and it's part of doing better for others, like helping others who maybe are just a mile down the road behind us, and we can lift them up with us and to bring them alongside us so we can all flow together, and because we are all one. Like, literally, we are all interconnected. And if we are all interconnected, then what you do to another, you do to yourself, whether it be judging, whether it be absolutely anything, you're doing it to yourself. We are all one. So it's a really interesting and sometimes difficult to grasp these concepts, which is why I really moved into the neuroplasticity in my teachings, because that can really help us, especially when you rewire your brain with programs that are positive, uplifting, encouraging, taking responsibility for self, which is, by the way, immense freedom. When it's you making the choices every day, your choices, all your little choices add up to where you are. Every time you decide to stay in bed a little longer, to not listen to self-talk, to decide that the TV is going to rewire your brain, whatever it is, or you decide you're going to rewire your brain, or you're going to get up a little earlier, or you're going to meditate every single day, you're going to set your goals, and it's every little choice, every choice. It just goes and goes and goes and goes and builds. And it could build like going downhill, or it could build like spiraling down. It could build going down, or it could build going up. and you can create that life that you want for yourself, that you truly desire and know you deserve. You may not know you deserve it if your self-talk is telling you that you're not worthy. These are all programs. And I want collectively, all of us right now, anyone listening to this video right now, we're going to take a collective sigh of relief that shame and frustration with things and our judgment of others and our being shy or thinking we're the best in the world over others, that we're better than others or we're lesser than others, or anything at all, that we're smart and someone else is not, or someone else is smarter than us and we're stupid, or that we always lose things and if we didn't have bad luck, we'd have no luck at all. Let's all breathe a collective sigh of relief to know, ready, let's breathe, that these are programs and you can change that program in yourself. If you have any of those programs, and we all do, 77% in our conscious minds are programs that we are that are so negative and counterproductive, even harmful, and stop us, hold us back from doing what we want to do, sabotage us. And then 90 to 95% in our subconscious mind, which is what is driving us every day subconsciously. These are our triggers. These are the things that we don't even know why we get mad or we get upset or frustrated or whatever, but it's just like that, and it just happens, especially when we're tired and we're not really paying attention. You think about driving your car, you get from here to there, you don't even know how you got there. It's like, what? That's your subconscious. Your subconscious, you're in the driver's seat physically, but you're not driving. your subconscious, your body is driving. Your body is your subconscious mind. That's what's driving. That's what's driving you. And you just like, oh, how did I get here? Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't even think about it. Look how good I am at driving. This is how powerful this self-talk is. This is what is powerful, is that the brain is the most supercomputer you will ever find. There is no computer that man can create that will be stronger, more powerful. I don't care, AI up the yin yang. Nope, your brain. And you can rewire that brain and create and become the creator that you were meant to be and spiral up in life. That's how simple it is. All you have to do is, there are many ways of getting there. There's different techniques. They all take work and time. This is the only one that I've ever found, which is why I love it, to just listen passively and turn it down. If you don't like the sound of the voice, turn it down to where you don't really hear it. It's just in the background. Your brain's hearing it and it's wiring it in. And then if you don't like the speed it up a little bit. If it's too slow, because especially if you are listening full out in the very beginning when you start, your brain's going to push back. It's not your brain, it's your programs. It's a computer. The computer is going to push back because you have so many programs that are saying, no, I'm not that. I'm not good enough. I don't have every right to make the money that the other person does. That person had a leg up for sure. And there's no way that I can do that. And there's a bug that just keeps flying around, so it'll probably land in my hair. I think it did. Anyway, it's been flying all over around here. Anyway, you are amazing, and the day before yesterday's, I guess that would be the 18th, I talked about a little bit about, and that was a challenging day for me. It was a very emotionally challenging. One of the things that I do is show you that you can excel in times of change. And if you have been with me, you have watched me excel in my emotional way to move through. Steve, my hubby, he passed last month, and it was a very long, drawn out. It started in a little Colorado town here, and he was helicoptered to the Denver area, and then we went to a lower elevation so he could breathe better when he got released from the hospital there. He had contracted a blood infection, And so when we were in Amarillo, he's back in the the ICU and an emergency room, and then gets a vent, and then a trach, and ventilator, tracheostomy, and it just was a very long. Then he was in rehab, and then back in emergency, and then rehab, and then back, and then home. It was a really long, drawn out, and it was, and I brought you along with me, and I showed you this is how you do it. That you use your self-talk, and you think positive. It's not just thinking positive. You literally know that you can excel in times of change, and you set your goals, and you move yourself forward in every way, and you look at things. I shared a lot of spiritual tools with you to show you how not only can you excel in times of change, but to understand spiritually that everything is a message to you for positive change. So, and that you chose it all. So if you've chosen it all, how could it possibly be wrong? There's something here for you to learn, to be observant, and I learned to be kind. I learned to be kinder, and more caring, and have more patience, and to actually recognize when I wasn't, and I learned to love deeper, and I watched all of our relationship grow together, and especially Lynette's and mine, because Steve was, sometimes he was with us, other times he wasn't, consciously, and it was, it was really a beautiful experience. Was it easy? No. Would I repeat it? If I don't have to, would never repeat it. But I wouldn't give it back at all. So, this, you were born with this unlimited promise and potential. You were born with so many gifts. You were born to find success, to create success in every single area of your life. And your self-talk will hold you back on planet Earth. Your self-talk will tell you that you were programmed, and you continue to be programmed with the news, the media, the anything that you choose, by people that you hang around with. I mean, there's a quote that 5 of the people you hang around with, or something. It's not 5. It's anyone and everyone. You really need to choose what you listen to, who you hang around with. It's really important that you understand your power and how you can give away your power. So that is I'll read this one last time. And back in November, how did I get to November? Let me see where I went here. We're December. Wow. So I'll read this one last time for you. I have been given incredible gifts. I have my life, I have my talents, my skills, my interests, my energy, my time, and my positive attitude. Do you see what you have? Do you see how you can move into a place of gratitude so easily for all that you have right now? And you get to rewire your brain. Now you know. You are the owner of your brain. You are the master, and you get to rewire it. With those gifts, I can do anything. And yes, you can. You can do absolutely anything. I love you so very, very mucho. You can do this. I believe in you. You can totally create, change, have, become, be absolutely anything that you want to. And that's a promise. That's a promise not just from me to you. That's a promise you were born with. An unlimited promise with unlimited potential. So I love you so very, very mucho. As always, shining my light to brighten yours. I'll be right back because today is actually the 20th. So I was catching up from yesterday. All right, we'll see you in just a minute. Ciao.